So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Panic in Year Zero, 1962. I'm giving this 2 out of 5 stars. Disliked it. It's an advertisement for gun manufacturers. Other than that, it was pretty boring. It's got annoying jazz music in it. It was Frankie Avalon's debut for AIP. This is going to be another AIP flick. And it was so successful, especially in Los Angeles, that Frankie Avalon went on to do more AIP stuff that I've already reviewed. It was up on YouTube. I reviewed it a while ago, probably months ago. But it's in black and white. It's a survival science fiction at the height of the Cold War, 1962. There are nuclear bombs going off. And the United States and the Soviet Union are attacking each other with nukes. So all the major cities are being decimated, including Rome and London. Even outside the United States, nuclear war is not immune from other countries like Great Britain or Italy. So before the bombs go off, Ray Milland, who's also the director, never let actors direct. Just look at Roddy McDowall. Roddy McDowall's only directorial Tamlin was miserable. This one's pretty bad too. Getting ready to watch The Last Man on Earth, which is a double feature. I'm guessing I have to flip over the disc. I can't read it. What it says in white here. Panic in Year Zero, Side A, widescreen. Copyright 1962. It's got a bunch of numbers. It says 92 minutes. That's part of the reason why I didn't like it. It was too long, too boring. Side B, flip side, The Last Man on Earth, widescreen. Copyright 1964. 87 minutes. So I'm going to torture myself and rewatch The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. I used to have it on VHS, but I hated it. I saw it. It was so boring that I fell asleep. I know Adrian's a big fan of it. So, like I've said before, each person is a unique sovereign individual. Adrian likes government and healthcare. I like private healthcare during the 60s when doctors were making house calls. You could go to charity hospitals for free healthcare. So no, Adrian, you don't have to live on the street to pay your medical bills. Just let the free market do the work. None of these HMOs or government hospitals. Just paving the way to full-blown socialized medicine. Is what's happening here in the United States. People say we have private medicine. We don't. A lot of the hospitals are government owned, and and the insurance companies are paying the bills, causing the cost to go up. It didn't used to be that way in the United States. Maybe 60 years ago. I think my great grandmother went to a charity hospital one time, one of these Catholic hospitals. Anyway, I'll stop picking on Adrian. Yeah, I was kind of teasing him and egging him on to get into debate with me, but and he accepted my bait. He posted a comment saying that without government health care, you'd be living on the streets, which is not true. That didn't happen in the 1960s in the United States anyway. But nothing personal. All right, let's talk about panic in the year zero. So Ray Milland is taking his family, including Frankie, Avalon, his son, on a camping trip with the blondie daughter. And they're kind of upset that it's like 4:30 in the morning, but it's supposed to be the break of dawn according to Wikipedia. So I'm a little confused about the time. Anyways, as they're driving to the camp, there's a big mushroom cloud in Los Angeles. They're driving from suburban Los Angeles, and they left the mother-in-law. Ray Milland left his mother-in-law behind. I don't know why. They didn't explain that part, but the wife wants to go back, so they go back halfway. They see mass pandemonium happen, the breakdown of morality, and survival of the fittest. So Ray Milland starts telling off his wife. They have a really rocky relationship. Ray Milland and his wife. They're like he's ordering her around, and all she has to say is, "You've changed." So they decide to go back to the camp. They get pulled over by a couple punks. Frankie Avalon's hiding in the trailer with his mother and his sister. He's got a shotgun. Like I said, this movie is an advertisement for gun manufacturers. I think they have more guns and ammo than they do food. They keep talking about it too. Like at one point, Ray Milland even pays the doctor in ammo instead of money, because money is pretty much worthless at this point. Gas is like $3 a gallon, which is a bargain nowadays, but in 1962, that's a fortune. That's like $90 to fill up 2 gas cans in the gas tank. Nowadays is it's how much you pay to fill up a truck or an SUV. But anyways, so Frankie Avalon wants to shoot the punks in the head with a shotgun. He's hiding back there, but his mother pulls the gun away. She's like super wimpy female character. Oh my gosh, I don't think I could stand living with this person. She'd be the last person that I want to tag along during a nuclear holocaust. The first person I go to is my former coworker who has like 30 guns. Anyways, I say former coworker because I got laid off a couple weeks ago. I laugh now, but I have yet to see my paycheck on Friday if it's going to be enough to cover bills and my Robinhood account. Anyways, I should be getting at least one more check, my class action settlement check next week. I got to call the attorney and find out what the holdup is. But anyways, that'll help a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. It's going to tide me over, just like when I sold Dicom stock, the company that laid me off. I sold their stock. I was in a stock purchase plan. But, oh yeah, I was talking about panic in the year zero. In year zero, exclamation point. I don't know what the exclamation point is for. So on the radio, they're saying that it's year zero because civilization has screeched to a halt. It's gone in reverse. Similar to the quality of movies in 1996. It went in full reverse. That's why we don't review many of them unless it's new French extremity movies. But anyways. Or the occasional Karate Man action movie from the late 90s. Panic in the year zero. So they tell the punks to beat it. They should have just shot him right there, because they come back and rape Ray Milland's daughter off camera while she's fully clothed. They're like pushing her around and necking her on camera. Off camera, there's not much going on, probably. Not much of a rape scene. Kind of weak. The rape scene with his daughter, Karen. And Ray Milland plays Harry. Frankie Avalon plays Rick. Okay, I got the names. It's hard to remember the names in this movie because they're so... Ray Milland is the only rational person in this. And anyways, so they let the punks go. The punks are living in a house and they're terrorizing this girl who used to live in the house. They kill the parents. Ray Milland is a victim of circumstance because he has to steal hardware, including guns, including but not limited to guns, in order to survive in this crazy new world. And so he gets food and guns and ammunition. He's heading towards the hills where the radiation isn't blowing. Remind you of another survival movie that I've seen. Kind of similar plot. This isn't the only AIP movie that has this plot, I think. I think it's recycled. Anyways, they're heading for the hills. They go into this cave, and then the hardware dude that Ray Milland stole from shows up. Ray Milland feels sorry for him, gives him a gun, and then he's on his way. But he and his wife are staying in the trailer that Ray Milland ditched. But then they get murdered by the punks who are living in the house. The same punks who pulled over Ray Milland are now living in the house, terrorizing this girl whose parents they killed, and she's still living there for some reason. I guess they're using her for something. Off camera, she's in a negligee. Ray Milland tells her to get dressed, and she's coming along with them. He feels sorry for her again. She knows how to shoot a shotgun, so she's worth something to Ray Milland. And it comes in handy, too, because one of the punks figures out what's going on. He comes back while Frankie Avalon's chopping wood. And Frankie Avalon's got the hots for the girl in the house. So she's got the shotgun, but the third punk sneaks up on her, pulls a gun on her, and somehow she managed to escape. She shoots the guy, but he ends up shooting Frankie Avalon in the leg, hitting one of the arteries. So they got to bring Frankie Avalon to the hospital. First aid kit isn't doing the trick for Frankie Avalon. So they're driving down the road. They get pulled over, but it's the good old Army, who just happens to have a first aid station 10 miles up. And that's the end of the movie. We don't know what happened to Frankie Avalon. I think the rolling credits say something dumb like, civilization never ends, it only begins, or something like that. Anyways, not a good black and white science fiction movie. And I don't know why people went out to watch this. Probably because they're freaked out by the Cold War hysteria. Just like today, people are freaked out by COVID hysteria or Putin hysteria. Anyways, I lied to you in my last video about Netflix arrivals. Supposed to be getting The Ghost and Mrs. Muir tomorrow, which has been languishing on my queue for months and months. Anyways, there's another one, Macau, that's coming, I think. I'll double check. But I think that's the next one coming later next week. So hopefully I'll get The Ghost and Mrs. Muir tomorrow. And I'll get Macau on Tuesday. That's what I'm shooting for. And sooner I got to show you this lasagna that I cook for my son. Check this out. This is how much I cooked. And this is how much he ate. Got the party size going. I think I'm going to have leftover lasagna reheated in the microwave for a while. At least 2 days worth of lasagna there. I'm sorry, I'm getting Little Women on Tuesday. My bad. Little Women. Katharine Hepburn. Joan Bennett. 1933 film. Got the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. Wow. Of course, I'd never read the book. The only book I read is the Psychotronic Video Guide. That's like my Bible here. He's got his, what do you call that animated Bible? Oh. Never mind, he's busy watching YouTube. I won't bother him. Did you get enough lasagna? Did you get enough lasagna? Oh. What's the name of that animated Bible that you have?
Action Bible.
Action Bible. And he's got a Catholic Bible too. Those are his favorite 2 books, I guess. I don't know. Cool. Oh, he's got it right here. The Action Bible. It looks like a one of those graphic novel type deals. Really fancy artwork. Cool. Oh, in the last days of Pompeii, I forgot. Synthetic flesh brought his son to Jesus after he fell off a horse. His son did. And he goes up to Jesus. We can't even see Jesus. He's like off camera. And he's holding his son and he goes, "Have mercy on my son." And then Jesus cures his son, who tries to remember what happens, but his dad won't tell him because it's like a big secret. Pontius Pilate doesn't want anybody to know that he condemned an innocent person. So that's what I forgot to mention in my last video. Anyways, not a good flick. I'm not going to say highly recommend it or check it out, but lots of gun and ammo in this one. Ray Milland going full on Rambo mode. That's the only reason to watch this one. Otherwise, it's pretty boring later.